Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at a new brand I've never heard of before, and I actually discovered them on Instagram, reached out to them, and they sent me this watch to check out. This is the La Touraine Voyager GMT. It has the new Seiko GMT movement. It's pretty affordable, around $399 US. They're based in the United States. They also have a bunch of other affordable models on their website, which I will drop a link to them down in the description below so you can check them out after this video. Anyway, the shipping was extremely fast in the USA to the USA because I live in the USA. About 2 days the package arrived, very nicely packed, and it came in the La Touraine box, which I'll show you right now. This is the La Touraine box, as you can see here. The owner is actually a watch enthusiast himself, and he's very into watches, but he realized that, you really can't, it's very hard for many people to afford, $8,000 to $10,000 watches. So he kind of set out to make a brand to make affordable, high-quality watches at an affordable price. As you can see, this watch does come with a 2-year warranty or instruction manual in here as well. And just a pretty simple box, nothing too crazy. Now, coming in a little closer on the watch, as you can see, it obviously is a nice GMT. You get that bright blue polished ceramic GMT bezel. This is dubbed the Voyager GMT, and I think it looks pretty nice. The quality is pretty good as well. It's a solid 316L stainless steel case all around. You get a mix of brushed and polished surfaces, 42 millimeters in terms of case diameter here. As you can see, very high polished center links, which I actually do like. I've never seen this style of bracelet before. The flanks of the case are highly polished, as well as that screw down crown for 200 meters of water resistance. And the finishing is actually really, really good. Very nice mirror, high polish. And as you can see, the tops of the lugs are brushed. So you get a nice contrast there between the brush and the polishing. It looks pretty good. Then we get that highly polished ceramic GMT bezel, which is fully loomed as well. You get a lot of nice specs on this watch. The dial is actually really nice as well. I haven't seen a dial like this before. It's kind of interesting. You get that 12, then you get the La Touraine logo, and then you get your date at the 3. You get a red sweeping lollipop seconds hand, your GMT hand over here. Then you get sword, minute, and hour hands. You get applied markers for the hours as well, which are fully loomed with Super Luminova. Everything glows green, including that bezel. The loom is actually really, really good. I must say, I was quite surprised by the loom. Sapphire crystal as well in this model. Now, in terms of case thickness, we're looking at 13 millimeters, but that includes that screw-down case back. If you minus the case back and just do the actual case to bezel, you're looking at 11 millimeters. So we get a 22 millimeter lug width for this 42 millimeter diameter case here. Lug to lug, we're looking at 51 millimeters, which is really not that bad for a 42 millimeter case. So the dimensions definitely suit my wrist very nicely. My wrist is 6.5 inches, 6.75 when it swells. We get a screw down crown here. As I did state, we do get 200 meters of water resistance, making this a diving GMT, I would assume. You can definitely take this one diving if you would like. Great loom. Obviously, you have the GMT bezel, which can actually, you can use it also to time up to 60 minutes if you really wanted to with the arrow over here. Now the bracelet itself is actually very nice. Straight 22 millimeters, polished, very high polished center links, brushed outer links, polished on the flanks as you can see here. And everything comes to a nice butterfly sign clasp here. The finishing is just really nice. It's just really high mirror polish. Opens up to a butterfly clasp here as you can see. Everything snaps down pretty firmly. No wobble really when it snaps down. As you can see, we do get an exhibition case back as well on this watch. Solid end links on this 22 millimeter bracelet. They actually did go and custom sign the NH34 Seiko rotor, as you can see here, with their logo. Sapphire glass, 200 meters water resistance, screw down case back, completely brushed. I think it looks pretty nice if you want to get a look at the movement there. Most of you guys are pretty familiar with this movement. It's the new Seiko GMT movement, which a lot of brands are, kind of throwing out there right now at the moment. It's kind of a newer movement. It's a GMT movement, which means you can keep a second time zone. As you can see, we get the GMT hand here. Go ahead and unscrew this crown here. Very easy to unscrew this. Good, decent grip, I'd say. Crown guards over here. Self-winding. Seems pretty smooth. One position. Quick set date. And you go the other way, you can set your GMT hand independently. Very nice. Final position, hacking, and we can set the time here. Push that back down. Everything functions really good. No quality control issues. The crown functions great. As you can see, we get the GMT bezel here, which is kind of like the Batman style, I'd say, or a blue kind of Batman style bezel, which actually looks really good against this matte black dial here. Now, The bezel is actually 120 clicks, and it's unidirectional. Pretty solid clicks, very minimal backplay. And everything does line up to that 12 o'clock position. Nice to see. Considering so many Seiko watches, the bezels are always misaligned, which really kind of pisses a lot of people off. But anyway, the loom on this watch is actually really, really nice. I want to get you guys a nice loom shed because I think the loom is really superb for this price point. And here we go with that loom shed. As I did state, the loom is very, very good. The loom is just as good on that GMT bezel as it is on the actual markers, the GMT hand, the hour and the minute hand, and that lollipop on the sweeping seconds hand. I must say it is very, very potent, and it does last quite a long time. Due to my 6.5 inch wrist, as you can see, I would say it just about fits my wrist. This is 51 lug to lug, 42 diameter. As you can see, the bracelet kind of comes downward, so it definitely fits my wrist just fine. I have a small wrist at 6.5 inches. I'm sure most people have like a 7-inch wrist. But for my wrist, it fits fine. Definitely very comfortable, the bracelet. I think it looks nice on the wrist. Very legible as well. You get that nice 12. Good reference for taking a quick look at the dial. And that air coating on that sapphire crystal definitely helps out a lot for legibility. Very, very clean. As you can see, the light is shining on it right now. And it's still very, very legible. Furthermore, I think it's a pretty nice watch. I like the look of it. I like how they kind of, put kind of two looks together. You get this kind of GMT bezel here, which is quite a famous look. And then you get kind of a custom dial here. It's kind of a mesh, a mix of two things, I'd say. I think it looks pretty cool. The quality is very good. It feels like a tough watch, I must say. Nice weight to it as well. It's kind of a unique case design. I wouldn't say it's a kind of GMT style case design like from Rolex or something like that. But it's definitely its own kind of design. Nice slab-sided case here. Very nice, very slim. No sharp edges or anything like that. Very nicely, highly polished. Nice little glimpse of that movement. And I must say, the finishing on this bracelet here is just as good as the finishing on the case. So they didn't take any shortcuts on the bracelet there, which is nice to see. And great loom, 200 meters water resistant. Get that GMT movement if you want to keep a second time zone, even a third time zone with the bezel if you want to, which is very nice. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty standard classic GMT that can last a very long time. These NH34 movements are very reliable. They're very accurate. And you don't need to service like every couple of years. You can wait like 10 years, probably these things will still be running great. But yeah, definitely a really cool brand I've never heard of before, but now I know about them. They have a lot of other interesting models, some Flieger models, they have some dress models, just some pretty cool stuff that they're doing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. There weren't any quality control issues on my end. I think it's a very nice looking watch. Get a little closer on that logo there. So you can see the Touraine logo. Pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's a pretty decent watch for the coin. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. As usual, this is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews, coming at you with the Voyager GMT. There's a blacked out edition as well of this watch if you're into black watches. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Like the video, share it with your friends, leave me a comment, and I will talk to you more down below in the comment section. Definitely subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of interesting content coming up real soon on Watch Addiction. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.